why would I be so worried about the next person while the world leaders are having their menstrual cycles? And then also, the world is dying. In the midst of all of this, I'm still trying to tell myself something good is gonna happen. Welcome to a class of immense optimism in a world that is perishing. Life is really funny when you're this young, and every single week there's like a once in a lifetime economic collapse. We have another panini. Oh no, the world leaders. Oh no, a war may break out. Oh no. And it happens like every single month. But then older generations tell us not to worry, and we are panicking and we are too sensitive. What do you mean, sensitive? I can't move out. As a college student, I cannot move out unless I borrow an obscene amount of money. To me, it is absolutely appalling that we have to live in a world where every young person is saying we are depressed, we feel helpless. No matter how much we work, we're not getting where we want to be. The birth rates are declining, but you're not giving us anything to make us want to have kids. And all the other generations are like, stop complaining, just work harder. If you have to work 70 hours a week, you have to work 70 hours a week. I find it so bizarre. So besides the economic collapses that happen every single month, the paninis that keep happening, have you seen the news from Asia? The constant fear of, oh, there might be a war happening soon. And older generations telling us that we are too sensitive. We can't move out, we are hopeless when it comes to our health because the food has been so processed. It's hard to find something that isn't because of all the chemicals that are now permanently in the soil. Depressing, it is terrifying, and it's absolutely not our fault. And then the other day, I was in the train with my boyfriend, and then I asked him, no, what was it? I don't remember. He was talking about my positive attitude. He was talking about the fact that even though I'm so misfortunate, I still have such a positive attitude. And then I asked him, what do you mean misfortunate? Name at least 3 things. You're poor, you're a woman, and you're chronically ill. Name 5 things. I bet you cannot say 5 things about me. He could. And I found it so funny because yes, he is kind of right in that sense. I am misfortunate, but I don't feel like it. Different angle. I need to clean my mirror. So I was thinking, why is it that I have such a positive attitude? Because there are not many reasons apparently for me to be this positive. I think what helps me is the fact that I treat my life as some big experiment, like the world leaders are acting, like us peasants are experiments. Might as well take what they are doing already to us and do it to myself. And I started planting garlic. And the goal is always to be self-sufficient. That's my goal. Chronically ill, I have to be self-sufficient because the world is not made for me. I'm a black woman, the world is not made for me. The Western world is not made for me. Even if I were to live where my ancestors are from, the world is not made for me. And part of this huge experiment is being aware of what people are useful. And that sounds very like I'm using people. But it's, why would you be around people that act like they don't like you? Why would you be friends? Why would you be around people, even if it's your manager, your colleague, that are making you feel worse about the world and your life? Everything else already sucks. Why have your friends and family and whoever you're around suck and take out the life that you have out of you, making you depressed, anxious, all of these things? I don't get it. I care for the people that I had in life, and I'm very grateful that I've met them, but there's no use in staying friends when you feel like, okay, we've grown apart. And that's not a bad thing. It is what it is. If I am worrying about something, I have to remember that I am a grown woman and there's no reason for me to be this worked up about something. Why would I be so worried about the next person while the world leaders are having their menstrual cycles? It's finding things that you find interesting and haven't tried for whatever reason. This could be because you fear of how people are going to react. This could be because you don't have the resources or you don't think you have the resources. Part of it being an experiment is also being very creative. This is actually how I was going to film the video. With that light and then this light and then gonna put my camera on here. And then I was like, I like the camera. I like the mirror a lot more, as you can see. So be creative what you have. Don't keep buying things. Don't fall for overconsumption. That's the second part. Give yourself like 1, 2, maybe 3 things that you will definitely not engage in. For me personally, it's going to be overconsumption. Secondly, I'm not going to worry about other people's lives. I'm not going to try and convince people to better their lives. You can give a person the resources, all of the resources in the world, and they will do nothing with it. I've had it so many times where I was a fitness girly before I was clinically ill, and people kept asking me like, how do you lose weight? How do you gain muscle? And even though I'm someone that has to gain weight because I am very small, I still was educated in how somebody could lose weight. And you know, there are diseases, but there are also some genetics, but there's also a lot of habit and environment. And I would keep telling people the advice because they asked. And then they stopped asking and I gave unsolicited advice. Yeah, they didn't like that. I gave them all the resources in the world, which is my brain, because I watch hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of hours of how to get fit videos, and they didn't do anything with it. And that reflection that I had this other week about this was mind-blowing, because why would I give people so much advice and so much of my knowledge if they're not going to do anything with it? Sorry, new angle. Hi. But then why would you treat your life as an experiment? Because what else is there besides doing this? Because I can't move out. I still have 2 years on my degree to go. I'm chronically ill and I'm still figuring out after a year or two on how to navigate the disease that for some reason doctors keep telling me they have so much research on, but they have no idea how to do anything besides giving me medication. Life sucks. Life's hard. It's gonna take a while before the world becomes ours. And it's really hard to stay positive when every single week you see something. The other day, 3 million of the files came out, and it was as disturbing as I thought it would be. Which is also really bad, because that means my mind already could think of how bad people can be, yet I am positive and optimistic, and I don't know why. There's no huge exponential growth. It's not happening. We are all kind of here and we're all bumping between bad and good, and it's fine. And I'll live and I'll just rent an apartment that is 3 times my salary. It will be fine. We're just trying to push it forward because a lot of us do hope somewhere that it's gonna be better. But at the same time, at present now, you can see it in everybody's eyes that we are done.